Hello! Welcome to a new video on a Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about how I made a pair of adjustable stays. These are my favorite things to wear underneath my Renaissance clothing, mostly because of how adjustable they are. I mean, these stays have seen me range 75 pounds. And you know, they still work and they still fit, and I will show you guys how to do that. Okay, so these are the stays that I made in high school based off of the pattern that you can get from Elizabethan costuming. I'll make sure to include a link in the description for you guys, but I just wanted to show you kind of what's happened over like 7+ years of wear. I used to do fencing in this. I used to just wear it a lot, and you can see that because I didn't bone through here, that it kind of conformed to my body shape a little bit, which I think is part of the reason how come it wore through right here. I think it just needs to be shorter right through here. So I'm going to use this as a template to get me better fitting stays, because these still fit really well, they still feel really good. The fact that they are front and back lacing means that they are very adjustable as my weight changes. So I want to keep the fit of this, I just want to alter this curve so that way it fits my sway back better. I'm starting out with a layer of lightweight canvas. This will be the supportive layer and also add some rigidity to help the bones not rub through. So when I had made my high school stays, they were made out of like a mystery fabric. It was a bed sheet that I had gotten from my local thrift store. This set I definitely want to make out of natural material, as well as breathable, or as breathable of material as I can get. So I will be using some fairly lightweight materials. I traced around my old stays to get the pattern. Then I used my French curve ruler to true up all the lines. This step is important because it ensures that you get straight lines to work with. Then it was time to cut it out. I also cut out the fashion layer and lining in a medium weight linen. So I think I'm going to sew all of the channels in to one side and then put this on as like a fancy overlayer. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I took my time sewing in the boning channels, making sure that they were all spaced correctly before adding the boning. Alternatively, you can stitch your boning directly into the stays with a zipper foot, but I wanted them spaced apart, which makes that method impractical. The next step was to pin the fashion layer onto the stays. I made sure to smooth out the fabric as I went so it wouldn't buckle or bunch when I sewed it. Once everything had been pinned, I basted the fashion layer to the stays. Then it was time for the binding. I used the remainder of the linen and cut 2-inch strips to use for the binding. As I wasn't going around tabs, I didn't worry about cutting it on the bias. After it was all cut, it was time to apply it. I did this by sewing it down one edge, folding the strip over, and sewing down the others, giving the stays a nice clean finish. I decided to put flossing on this pair of stays. In hindsight, I should have put flossing on the other side before the fashion layer to add more support where it needed it. The last step is the closures. Like my Symington corset, I chose to do buttonholes instead of eyelets, mostly because they take half the time. After all the buttonholes were in the front and back, I opened them with my seam ripper. And be careful not to rip through more than needed. Fixing buttonholes is not fun. I've done some amount of research since I made my last pair of stays. While most of the process stayed the same, I did choose a spiral lace for this pair. My stays ended up turning out really well, and I am very proud of them. It'll have to cool off a little bit before I can comfortably wear them, but they are an excellent foundation layer to go underneath my Ravenclaw dress. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week, and don't forget about the live on Thursday. Bye guys!